Agege, like many other local government areas in Lagos, is a multi-ethnic environment. Hausa speakers predominate in this particular community.
I was born here about 70-something years ago.
Bimere Aboki na artist I was born in Lagos, Agege, Lagos.
I've been on this job for at least 28 years ago.
All my life, I've been in Lagos.
They have been living here since 1863. For administrative convenience, the traditional institution runs different offices like that of the Akimis, a pre-colonial role assigned to the officials in charge of districts. The Akimis also serve as the eyes of the Seriki at different levels. Far from its place of origin, but deeply rooted in culture and rites associated with this office. The Seriki Hausa of Agege was born in Lagos over 70 years ago. He knows the community like his own name.
There's a lot of lands, and our people used to stay here. If they want to call people to that place to work for them in the farms, whenever they ask who will help us dredging all this place, to cut up all the trees for us, trees, they will say, go to Agege. But they mean go to Ilu Agege. It means go to the wood cutters. So that's where Agege come. Agege. To pronounce it is getting hard for we Hausa, but then they call it Agege. Instead Agege. Instead of calling it Agiga, now they turn it to Agege. That will call it Agege. Now it become Agege. Because they say go to Ilu Agege. That's how it's come. And our people here, we understand each other. We even love each other. They call us stranger, but we come to stay. Some of us go home and come out. Look at me now. I was born here about 70-something years ago, and I brought up here. You can see my sons and my grandson and granddaughter, my daughters. They are around here. There are many. And we are many like this. Some of our brothers and sisters were born here.
Living together in peace with other tribes as against constant hostility, as the nation has seen in recent times, is a treasure in this community. The traditional leader gives an insight into some of their inter-ethnic relations and conflict resolution techniques, proven to have worked over the years.
We used to come together. Whenever something happened between Yoruba and Hausa, we call them together. We sit down here and we look for the elder of Yoruba around that our area, most especially area. We sit down together and we settle the matter amicably. That's how we settle. And if it's Igbo too, the same thing. We do that. I, as a Muslim, and I know that through a Quran, whom our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have written to us, I great you people of the world differently. Different nation, different tribes, different idea. Not to be an enemy to each other, no, but to love each other. Why? How can we do that? You have a culture, me too have a culture. We like to learn your culture, and you to learn to my culture. If you can do, okay, let me teach you, you to teach me. The love will enter within the communities, and there won't be any problems. If you look at what you call Oyinbo now, at the European people, do you think they love each other? But they can't fight.
Beside the strong traditional institution, residents of Hausa community in Agege have held on to their age-long vocations. Kola nuts, cattle, gold top the list of their preferred merchandise. They also love to keep it traditional with embroidery, shoemaking and repairs, blacksmithing and more. Suya and the other spicy meat family, kilishi, are also readily available here. The blacksmith, a traditional craftsmanship handed down for several hundred years. Blacksmithing is on the verge of extinction, but if you find your way to the Hausa community in Agege, you're likely to find one or two of these men still beating the hot metal until it becomes soft and fit for purpose. Hand knitting embroidery is an old business but still fashionable. Hand embroiders are still well sought after, especially by those who want their design specially made. Galba Musa has been working as an embroider in this neighborhood for more than 2 decades. He speaks about the prospects of his chosen vocation.
This is how we do it. The sewing thread, we firstly tack it on the cloth to hold it. Then when you hold it, so we pull it up to start tacking the thread. So we use sewing thread to tack the design, the roll thread that will bring the design that we want on it. Initially, about the hand knitting, so we use half rayon. There are about 4 types of threads that we are using. Among them, this is the most superior that we have been using it for long. I've been on this job for at least 28 years ago. So mostly these are the threads that we are using, especially this half rayon. So when we bought it, so we roll it, depend on how we want the design to be. So it is of different types, the rolling. So like this one, we call it urzu. So it has its works. There are some certain places we fix it. And this one is different from this one. Even this one too, in Hausa language, we call it zarang dama. That is because it's of these different types. This one, we use it by the left side, while this one we put it by the right. At times, we design it together, we fix it together to give us what we want. Most of the people prefer hand knitting than machines. The reason why is that machines are more common everywhere you go, and the price is more lesser than hand knitting. Anything you use hand to do it, the price definitely will be different from machine works like phonies and Tinko and others. But we might be using the same thread, like Tinko too, they are using the same thread with the thread that we are using. You know, even these foreign people prefer anything made of hand than machines. because they are the one that do the machines. They have already been seeing it. But anything hand, things is surprise them that how come we manage to do it with our bare hands. It depends on the neatness of your job. You understand the finishings. If you have good finishing, no matter where you are, when you did it to someone, you wear it. Anybody that's in there, please, can you direct me to where this design so have been done for you? So from there, you understand. Even from Songwater, different places. At times, I do go out to work and do the same job.
Are there imminent threats to his line of business? Yes, he says.
It's not like before. Like the time I learned the job, we are very few. We are very, very few at that time. If you have a look at the population is not much. We have less population at that time. And in terms of the economics, at that time, things are very fair. Not like now that there is inflation in the country. So like now, almost everywhere, almost every tailor shop, most, it's only very few that you might not see people that are doing hand knitting. Unlike before, they are, you understand. So that is why even at times, like we do add it with another business.
Lagos consumes over 1.8 million heads of cattle on an annual basis. The state consumes over 6,000 heads of cattle on a daily basis. The transactional value of cattle alone in Lagos is over 328 billion naira. And one major place where some of this business is going down is the abattoir. The abattoir in Okoba Agege is a familiar place predominantly occupied by the Hausas who have been trading here for many years. The chairman leads the team here and is expected to ensure a smooth relationship amongst everyone who has a business around the facility.
The Hausa people migrated here and started developing the facility. The whole place was isolated at first, then people started coming gradually to sell. They don't sell only cattle or meat. Other activities began: chicken, goat, ram, and all that. This is the only facility in Lagos State where they slaughter very big cattle. There's a cow sold for 1 million naira. There's one for 500,000, 300 and 200,000 naira. There is no category of cows you cannot get here, especially the biggest and the healthiest ones.
The Secretary General of the abattoir worked as a banker, but the cattle business is a traditional family business. He takes us around the facility, giving us all the meaty details of the business.
You are carrying money. They will just go and waylay you on the way, cut away your money, if possible, kill the person. So because of that, we requested the Ministry of Agriculture to help us with the presence of banks in this facility. That's why you see the banks there. I am from Kebbi State, Zulu by tribe. I have my first degree in biochemistry from the University of Maiduguri. I've been in this business for about 18 years. 18 years now. And as a matter of fact, all my life I've been in Lagos. I've been in Lagos. As soon as I came, I moved in from the north. I came back to Lagos, and then I've been in Lagos since then, doing this particular business. I was working in the bank for not too long. Then after then, I decided that let me go to my father's traditional business, then it used to be very, very lucrative. But now we are just doing the business to survive, and at the same time, it's a very good venture, the meat value chain. Some of us in the north, or most of us in the north, we really didn't grow up learning any trade. If you remember, go back memory lane history, you will see it's only predominantly kola nuts, groundnuts, and maybe some other agricultural thing. Unlike people around here, right from when they are little, they have been introduced into various businesses. So when somebody now invites you as somebody from the north, come and do this business. You do the business a little, you see that you are not too good into it. What do? You go back to the traditional business that your parents or your grandparents have been doing. You understand? If you do it, you see that it's okay for you, you're able to manage yourself. Then you stage a balance there. That's exactly what happens. What actually takes place here is that by the time you slaughter from the slaughtering area, you understand, the meat will now be transported down to this place. This is where the butchers trade within themselves, those taking it and those selling. So once the meat comes to this place, everybody begins to bargain. They begin to bargain. Then we don't retail here whatsoever. There is no retailing activities here. Mainly wholesale distribution. It is actually a loading bay and distribution point. That is what this place is meant for. First of all, they will have to debone it. Once they debone it, they remove all, deboning means they remove all the bones so that you can just have it boneless. Then, before they begin to cut it into sizes, as you may instruct them to do. But the bones are being used for. You understand? And we have people who trade in that. Normally, there is ceramic activities too that they use this one for. After that, there is the bone meal. They grind it into powder, or you understand? Then from there, it is being used. I don't know, maybe they mix it with other things, so it will be ready for, maybe animals, other animals too, fish, chicken, and all others. That's what they use the bone for. And they take this bone almost on daily basis. They will stockpile them. Some are being burnt, some are being cut into further short sizes, you understand? But essentially they burn them to do whatever they intend to do with. We have a post at the other side. What takes place there is this issue of waste to wealth is what takes place there. We have professionals too that the Ministry of Agriculture has invited, who now come into the slaughter area. Once we slaughter, the dungs that are coming up from that place, they are the ones that are being taken to that, they call it, we take it to those areas. Again, they do biogas. They develop biogas from all those activities too, from the dungs, you understand? That's one of the things too that is being done with those. Then again, they also use it as a local manure. If you have a farm, we have people who come in on daily basis with their trucks. They will come and pack some of the dung to their various farm sites, you understand, for the purpose of fertilizer. At our slaughter area there, we have a reasonable number of the veterinary personnel from the Ministry of Agriculture. Grazing of the animals in various places. It is not about bringing in animals in trailers, trucks, down to various locations in Nigeria. So, with the challenge ongoing, with the herdsmen imbroglio going on, we still have steady and regular supply of cattle from up north down to Lagos here. We don't have problems with that one. Hence, we are not grazing, we are not, but however, I will not say that it will not impact on that wholly, because some of these cattle that are being grazed, there are times that the thing we cut off in the north, you will not even get it. Hence, you have this pricing now that the cow that used to buy for 150, like 2-3 years back, it is almost 3 times that amount today. You understand? it is very, very expensive now. So the butchers too, they are not having it easy. Everybody is just striving to survive in the business. The only other business that thrives here, apart from slaughtering of cattle, is the byproduct. You have the fat, there is the fat, and there is the bone too, like you have seen. There is the hooves, there is the horn, the skin. You understand? Like that, and the dunks in particular. So these are all the other business that one can, delve into.
Gayu anatari kamar tattoo. Nina zama igwe matata lolo. You got me for me, nigga, show me your color.
From the traditional businesses to the not so traditional ones, there are new voices choosing new paths. Be Merry is one of them. Be Merry represents a new generation at the Hausa community. His style and choice of career is a total departure from most of his peers in the neighborhood.
I tell my director, say, for this video we need crowd. See, we need crowd, then let's do it in my area. He said, where be your area? I say, Agege. I say, see, there's no issue for Agege because the way people waiting at Agege, I told him there is no issue. And I give you 100% assurance, if you come down to Agege, you must get what you want. And I said, okay, when we first get to the location, I don't even tell anybody that I'm shooting video on that day. When we get to the location, you see, what can we achieve here this day? I tell my guy, calm, let's play sound first. Let's play sound. He said, how many dancers do you have? He said, I have 4 dancers. I said, I promise you, you'll get more than 15 dancers here in the street. So that's how we do. Then we bring it down to the street. Immediately we play sound, people start coming, be merry, be merry, be merry. From there, information starts, before you think of anything, the street is. So we don't even plan for drone, but at that movement, the director order for it, say we need, because he loved this thing that he's seeing.
He serves a look specifically for his kind of music, born and raised in Agege. His style is influenced by his environment.
And my style of music is Hausa pop, Hausa hip hop. If you look what is going on now in the world, or let's say in the country, Yorubas, you can see it doing their own, Igbos doing their own. So I say, okay, then let me do it in my own language too. Music is way of life. It's something that gives me joy, make me express my feeling to people, send a message within short period of time to people to understand what's going on in my community, in my society, in my country, to add many meaning to people's life.
Nasu.